Anything?
They
Kevin
come out forgiving some more student loans.
Oh, for real?
That's what I heard. They're actually supposed to be announcing something within the next day or so.
Yeah, I feel like they might. I feel like Biden needs them approval points so that he can. He's gonna run.
I don't think he's
Try to
going to run
catch up.
again.
I think he is.
Really?
I think
He
he's
said he
gonna
was
run.
going to.
Oh man,
I think he's going to run
they
again.
need to go ahead and trade him out, switch him out.
But then we get the teleprompter, Kamala Harris.
Yeah, I can't stand her.
She's not really.
I will say this though.
Talk to me.
Today we got
made him moist. Talk to me.
No, we
Don't-
got.
don't do that.
In fact, let me go ahead and
Don't do that. Don't do
Yeah.
do that.
I'm not a Kamala fan, man. I'm just
Not at
not.
all.
Oh no, we've heard. Former Louisville Police Department officer Kelly Goodlett has pleaded guilty to a charge of conspiracy for helping to falsify the search warrant in the no-knock warrant raid of Breonna Taylor. Now, I know even if you don't care for who is president, you got to understand the president takes care of the cabinet,
Right.
Yep.
and and you got to understand Donald Trump's head of the Justice Department was not going to pursue this.
Right.
So the reason these people who conspired to kill Breonna Taylor are going to jail now is because of the Biden administration's Justice Department. So what Daniel Cameron wouldn't do as the AG of Kentucky or Louisville or whatever, I don't care because I just hate him. Okay, I know hate is a strong word, but but you know what? I don't wish
Travel
good.
back in
I don't
time
wish
to
good
hate.
things for
There's a
him.
reason why it's in the dictionary.
Yeah.
True.
You know, so you can. So for whatever you have to say, a lot of people were going to be safe if Donald Trump was reelected, who are going to jail now for what they've done, and we can't gloss over that.
No. Well,
That's a fair point.
Because you know what, when I
though.
voted for Biden, I was not so much voting for him, but I was voting because I needed to get Betsy DeVos out of there.
Well,
I was voting because we had to get.
I'll add anybody that we put in there was going to do the right thing and prosecute some people versus getting off their buddies. Essentially, you understand, we came out of a presidency that was built on protecting his butt and helping his friends.
Yeah,
True.
And there've been presidencies like that, but none of them nowhere near this that just happened. You know what I'm saying? I feel like anybody that would have got in there, would have eventually, they would have done the right thing.
Yeah, but eventually, we're not even in 2 years into this, and what Merrick Garland, who should have been a Supreme Court justice, what he's been able to do as far as at least this Breonna Taylor situation, because that's what I've had my eyes on and been very disappointed, at what happened in the actual local side of it.
Mm-hmm.
Once they actually start doing an investigation on the federal level,
Three officers were
then now these people are going to jail for conspiring to kill this woman in her sleep.
They paid her mom. Her mom got a nice payday.
That's not justice.
It's not justice, but I'm just saying they did that as a pacification.
That's pacification, but my thing is, if Breonna Taylor was one of my peoples, you couldn't give me enough money,
right,
to not want these people to be in jail.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. That when it's the difference between people who don't believe in the public school system and don't even think some people deserve school lunch. And
that's crazy.
I know people are like, man, he said he's going to forgive more student loans. Now, what's rich to me, and I'll say this out loud, is the people who had their PPP loans forgiven, who are like, oh, I can't believe they're going to forgive student loans. I was like, you really need to shut the F up.
I ain't hear nobody say that.
I ain't heard that.
No, because it's a lot of these people, all these businesses, people who've been writing off whole airplanes and hangars and stuff.
Okay,
but they got the nerve, but they're going to vote for something and be upset that somebody's going to get $10K, which is nothing.
Yeah. I hadn't seen that
for,
either.
So I still got heat for people. I'm just letting you know there's a lot of things that would not have happened if Donald Trump, somehow got back in for a second term.
But
can't wait to see these comments.
For the argument's sake, that's not really the argument. Even when I say Kamala's horrible, it doesn't mean that Donald Trump's better than Kamala. That's not what I'm saying.
Oh no, but what I'm saying is
saying,
when we talk about Kamala, really as vice president, her job is to, especially when we have a 50-50 Senate, is to cast that deciding vote. That's really her job.
She's had one opportunity to do that.
She's had a couple. Yeah, she's had more than that. Like because
It's more Joe Manchin
we
than
were
anything.
yeah, exactly.
Exactly. You would think Joe Manchin was the vice
He's
president.
been the deciding vote in a lot of this shit.
He's the
Yeah.
thorn in
Stuff.
everybody's side right now. He's one of
Thorn?
those. He's one of those Democrats that operate as a Republican,
Not for sure.
essentially.
He is. But to me, Kamala is just a teleprompter.
She is. She
You know,
was.
it's
she
just
was
what it is.
used. She was used as a pawn to get him elected. He's like, let me go ahead and nominate the black woman
Yep.
as my vice president. That definitely helped push him over the edge. He had
Facts.
a whole lot of people in Converse and pearls. You know what I'm saying? That was the token,
Yeah.
essentially, to push him over the edge.
But I think a lot of times what in between what we've seen with, especially in this last administration, the president honestly is a figurehead.
For sure.
Yeah.
And really, the vice president is like her job is she is the president of the Senate, and really the opportunity to be the person to cast the tie-breaking vote comes up. And if you look historically, comes up so rarely, And I think it turned so much of what politics has turned into a TV show. That we think these people are supposed to be doing more than what their actual job description entails.
Well, yeah.
In a sense, she's not vocal about anything, though.
She's not supposed to be.
I mean, some things she should be.
You don't
She
think
should-
you don't think she's supposed to be?
But you know what? When she does talk, do we really listen?
Look. When we talk about all this stuff in general, none of this shit is really my political party. This is the way I look at it.
Yeah.
I'm way more left than the Democrats. So anything that Kamala does, I'm going to be critical of. Anything Joe Biden does, I'm going to be critical of.
Absolutely.
Anything that Trump does, I'm going to be critical of. Anything across the board.
Be critical. I don't trust none of these folks.
No, for
they're
sure.
politicians.
For sure.
At the
So-
I
end
don't.
of the
I
day.
feel like everybody is bought and paid for. I just got to see who they've been bought and paid for. Who's been bought and paid for by the least dangerous
sure.
interest.
Everything
Right.
has a grain of salt. All of it.
Yeah. So when I critique her, it's not at the here's Jay Moore word, at the behest of the Democratic Party or anything like
Right,
that.
right.
To me, she just falls in line with it. To me, she's no better than anybody else that the Democrats are
Push
going
to
to
the
put
front.
into that
Right.
position. We saw it when. Look, I'm not a Bernie bro, but I like Bernie, and we saw what the Democratic Party did to Bernie Sanders twice in a
Right,
row.
right.
Right?
Yeah.
We saw that in real time.
Yeah.
But Kamala fits more because she will fall in line more
Exactly.
to what will work with that. So, for sure, if it comes down to Kamala Harris or Donald Trump or Ron DeSantis, of course, because we're not voting for her necessarily. We're voting for not them, or somebody that is at least going to keep the status quo and will maybe at least push some more progressive type leadership out there to make some positive things happen. I feel like Biden will probably run again. I feel like a lot. I don't think he should.
I don't think he is going to run
But-
again.
He's going to run again.
He announced that he. I mean, it's been.
He's going to
it's
run
a
again.
thing.
I
Yeah.
think he's gonna run again.
His approval rating has started to go back up because he started to sign some of these bills, like the insulin stuff.
And
brought
that's
his
a good
approval up.
thing.
No,
That is a good thing.
It is a great thing. So
But Trump did some good things too. A broken clock is right at least twice a day.
yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
but-
kind of.
Look, I
mean-
can say I can be critical of people I voted for, and I can be congratulatory. Like one of the things I really, if anybody says, can you say one nice thing about Donald Trump? I say, yeah, he raised the smoking age to 21.
I didn't even know that.
See, the most people don't, because I remember
didn't know that one.
there was some cats that tried. They were like, "Hey man, can you buy us a Black and Mild?" One night, and I was like, "Why don't you just go buy them?" It's like they rate because I found this out basically on the street.
I don't even know if that's a good thing though.
Yeah, it is me because I want
They'll
I don't
send
want
that
anybody.
18-year-old off to
That's,
war.
that's what I
though.
mean. It's like
Yeah, you're right.
And then you can't even smoke a
You can't
cigarette.
smoke.
Yeah, well, once you get off the American soil, which is messed up. Just
do
like
that.
But I mean, maybe it's just because I just have such a relationship with. I just hate smoking. so
Oh, I
much.
do too. I absolutely
You know,
do not like it. But at the same
But
time,
in my
it's
mind,
like-
that was a good thing. And I voted for Barack Obama twice, but I hate that he signed these blue laws into place. Essentially signing more protections for police when police actually have, depending on the state you're in, have protections that supersede even the Bill of Rights of the Constitution. To where, like in Louisiana, for example, say a policeman just shoots an unarmed person on the street, they don't have to be questioned for 30 days. It's built into their
so they
own.
can get their
So they can get their story straight, scrub their social media, and get a screenwriter to come in there and craft a statement for them. Like the police on a federal level do not need any additional protections, and so and plus Barack Obama, he was in bed with Monsanto. Even though I'm from St. Louis, I know what Monsanto does, and I got friends and family who've worked for Monsanto. No, I want to know what is a genetically modified piece of fruit when I go to the grocery store.
Absolutely.
Like I said, some of you listening to this are like, I didn't know that. It's like when you do a lot of reading and you pay attention to the stuff they put on the 13th page of the newspaper, you're always angry. You're all you don't
Jay
trust
Moore said
any
the newspaper.
yeah, exactly. There you go. I said the newspaper.
Print is dead.
Yeah.
Print is dead.
And so like I always I don't have I can, like I said, I can find things to be extremely critical of every politician I voted for, and I can find things to be congratulatory and say, hey, that was a good thing that you did, of people that who didn't even ask me for my vote and I did not vote for.
And that's how I think it should be. I think we should all be super critical of everything, because it's our job as citizens or as people in general to criticize, or not necessarily even criticize, just keep people accountable for stuff they say they're going to do.
Yeah,
they're not going to do, and because at this end of the day, they're supposed to be working for us.